I'm making this video for my black friend who goes by the name Black Guy TV on YouTube. He mentioned how he experiences skin irritation and razor burn when he shaves. I recommended to him that he should try Magic Shaving Powder. This is a depilatory cream made specifically for black men. I was going to demonstrate how to use it. If you've never used this stuff, you do want to read the directions. Okay. You know, it will say to do a small test area first. You know, to see how you react. It will say to not reapply more than once in a day, or you'll experience irritation. All that's true. When I first started using this stuff, I did experience skin irritation, just like if you're shaving for the first time. But it didn't take long for my skin to get used to it. Now I experience no irritation. I could apply more than once; it won't bother me at all. Just like shaving, this is going to take a little experimentation. Okay. Do you need it to be a little thicker, a little more watery? How much time do you need it to be on your face? The directions, you know, it usually says like equal parts of water and powder, 5 to 7 minutes. Depending on which kind you get, there are different kinds. Mixing it will take a little while. Like right now, this whole time I've been stirring. I found using a little oh my god, these things, a whisk works best. Like instead of using a spoon, and I just use one of these. So this is just for my shaving, and I use it for nothing else. So right now, like it's not mixing, like it's staying separated, like water and oil. But keep stirring it, and it'll start to mix. I found for me what works best is equal parts of powder and water, and I leave it on my skin for 8 minutes. I found that works the best for me. And usually my measurement is this spoon. I guess that's a little soup spoon. And I find that to be just enough. Now, this thing costs $6, so don't worry if you use too much. Stuff is cheap. Once you get it mixed, like right now it's finally starting to mix. Once it gets mixed, again, this is what works best for me. I usually like to let it sit for a little bit, just kind of settle a little. When you apply this on, like I said, it's a depilatory cream, like Nair that chicks use. So it's going to like burn the hair off or something. I don't know. When you put this stuff on your skin, you want it to stay wet. You don't want it to get dry. So having a little spray bottle, so you can spray your face to keep the whole area wet, is important. So you can remove this stuff, you know, with a towel. A lot of people, or you can like scrape it off. A lot of people use like a credit card or something like that, you know. I use this. Like it looks like a straight edge, like a razor, but it's plastic. So it just has a nice hard edge, so I can scrape it off. But you can use anything. I mean, you can just wipe it off with a towel if you want. Okay, so this stuff is, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but see how it's kind of bubbly? So I usually try to let it sit for a little bit to kind of settle. And I guess I should pause. Yeah, I'm going to pause. Okay, so I've waited a little bit to kind of let the stuff settle and get a little thicker. I should have waited probably a little longer, but I'm impatient. You can, so you just start applying the stuff to your face. I've seen people use like a spoon, like they'll like use like the back of the spoon and like kind of like apply it like this. Right? I've seen people use, the thing they're going to be shaving with and kind of like get it and start applying it. You could even just use your fingers and just apply it. So apply it however you want. Don't use like a brush though, like you would like like those whiskey brushes, because then it's going to absorb all this stuff. Now again, because I use this stuff regularly, it doesn't irritate me. If you're using this for the first time, black guy, you may experience some skin irritation. Don't let that discourage you. Okay, that's normal. Just like when you first started shaving, it irritated. Okay, your skin will get used to it, and then it'll be no problem. I can reapply. Like say, like if I kind of missed an area, I could reapply, and it won't bother me at all. In the beginning, it would, it would irritate. And since I'm using this camera as my mirror, I know I'm not really doing that good, but I just kind of want to demonstrate how this stuff works. And again, black guy, I can't stress this enough. If you experience some irritation, don't let that discourage you. Okay, again, this stuff is made specifically for black men. Okay. Now, why do I use it? Well, I use it on my pubes, okay? But I'm demonstrating on my face. So, I don't know what to say. So, yeah, so I'm spreading this stuff on. And again, the experimentation part, okay? You're going to have to just figure out how thick does this stuff need to be on your face. I know when I've just been just goofing around and just I would just see, I would try it on my arm to see how it works. I have very thin hair on my arm. I could do a very, very light coat and it would work just fine. But then on, more thicker hair, obviously it has to be thicker. So, okay, so for the most part, I think I've got this stuff on. Now, I have to let it sit. Like I said, for me, what works best is 8 minutes. And during this time, you don't want this stuff to get dry, start getting dry and crack. That's why you use the spray bottle just to mist it, or you can still apply some of this stuff just to kind of keep the area wet. So you may be thinking dude, this this seems like it's taking a long time. You gotta wait for 8 minutes. You gotta let the stuff settle after mixing it. Well, you know what? I mean, I mean, shaving is supposed to be something that, I mean, I don't want to sound all gay and stuff, but, you're supposed to take, like, I don't know, pamper yourself or whatever, but, you're not supposed to run through shaving, I mean, it is supposed to take time, like if you're doing it right, so, I don't know. Now, keep in mind, I'm not really I'm not really, a hairy guy. So, I don't even know why I mentioned that, but okay. But like I said, if you're one of those guys who have to shave every day, you're probably going to want to go a little thicker with this stuff. And like I said, it's a depilatory cream, so I guess that means it burns the hair. I don't know. But right now, as it's on my face, I could feel it kind of starting to get dry a little bit. And, because if it gets dry, it just really won't work. Make sure you do this without a shirt. So then this is usually when I'm usually up close at the mirror like this, and I'm looking to make sure that there's no like dry spots, I'll be like that. And then to keep the area wet, not up close but from far, just to get that mist to keep everything wet. So I'll just that. And then you just wait here. It's been 3 minutes. I'm going to pause again. Just know that what I'm doing for these next 6 minutes, it's me standing here, looking close in the mirror, probably reapplying a little bit of this, and doing this. Okay, that's what I'm doing for the next 6 minutes. Okay, so it's just about been 8 minutes. I have been, basically up close to the mirror like this, looking around. I was mostly just reapplying the leftover stuff I had here, and a little spray like that. So now comes time to remove it. Again, my preferred method is to scrape it off, okay? Just because it simulates shaving, okay? But again, remember that all this is a hard edge. I'm not using a razor, okay? But you can just wipe it off. I just prefer simulating shaving, right? And you just, so right here, give it a good little spray again because you want everything to be wet. Okay? And then you just start scraping. And I'm I'm scraping, I'm scraping firmly, because obviously I'm not going to cut myself. So, I'm being nice and firm with it to scrape it all off. And like I said, you could just use a towel if you want to just wipe it off. See? I just prefer using the scraping. And again, black guy, I cannot stress this enough. If you experience skin irritation, don't let that discourage you. Your skin has to get used to it. Again, this stuff is specifically for black people or for black men. Now, when I was doing this for the first time, if I had missed a spot and I reapplied a little, it would start to irritate and it would probably turn a little red. I could do that now and it's nothing. It's nothing. So I'm just scraping it all off. Simulating shaving. Honestly, I think this is great stuff, man. You know. Yeah, I might have missed an area just because I'm not really using a good. I'm not using a mirror. Then. Okay, but so I probably could I might have missed some areas or whatever, but look, okay, see, so black guy, try magic shaving powder, okay, you'll love it. Works great on pubes.